Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at drawing our box bottom for the 3-inch box and getting it ready to be prepared to cut on the CNC mill. We're going to start in our top ribbon and we're going to click New, Standard IPT, and click Create. We're going to start with a 2D sketch on our XY plane, and I'm going to click Front on my world cube in order to zoom out. Beginning with my rectangle tool, I'm going to start at my origin, waiting for my green dot before I click, and stretch a rectangle up into the right quadrant. The box bottom is 3 inches wide. Press the Tab key, 3 inches tall, press the Enter key on the keyboard, and then we're going to finish sketch. I'm going to go home so I can see what's happening on my screen. Next we're going to take an extrude. I want to extrude in direction number 2, and my part is 1.5 inches deep, and click OK. So there's the basic part of my bottom for the box lid, or for the box. Now I want to cut a recess so that I can store things in there. So I'm going to start with a 2D sketch on my front view. Click Front to zoom all, and then we're going to go get another rectangle tool, and I'm going to click in the bottom, sort of bottom lower left hand corner of my front view for my part drawing, but I'm going to be on the gray part. I'm going to click, stretch a rectangle out. This, you can see from the drawing, is 1.94 inches. Press the Tab key by 1.94 inches and press the Enter key on the keyboard. Next we need to center this top to bottom and left to right. So I'm going to press the Escape key to let go of my rectangle tool, and I'm going to pick up my dimension tool from the top ribbon right here. I'm going to click the bottom of my box, the rectangle that I drew, and the bottom of my part. Bring this out to the side, click to place it, and I'm going to type in a dimension of 0.53 and click green check. Next I want to click the left hand side of my rectangle and the left hand side of my part. Bring this dimension down. This one also is going to be 0.53. Green check mark. That has that part centered. We're going to finish sketch in the upper right hand corner. We're going to extrude. Select your rectangle when it turns pink in the middle, and we're going to click this one right here, which is Cut. We're going to cut to a distance of 1 inch and click OK. This is basically what we're going to do for the lid, is have only one recess. However, we need to have an outside edge going around this as well. So we're going to take and place another 2D sketch on my front view. Zoom all, and I'm going to click to draw a rectangle somewhere between the outside edge and the inside corner. I'm going to click and stretch out a rectangle to the upper right. This rectangle is going to be a square, and it's going to be 2.44 inches wide. Press the Tab key, and 2.44 inches tall. Press Enter on the keyboard. This one we also have to locate top to bottom and left to right. Let's press our Escape key on the keyboard, let go of the rectangle tool, and let's collect our dimension tool from the top in the ribbon. I want to click the left hand side of my rectangle, that square we just drew, and the left hand side of my part. Bring this dimension down. This dimension here is 0.28 and green check mark. I'm also going to dimension from the bottom of my rectangle, that square that we drew, and the bottom of my part drawing. Bring this dimension out. This dimension is also 0.28 and green check mark. Now in order to extrude this, we also have to have the outside dimension or outside perimeter identified so we can take and extrude that. So in order to do that, I'm going to click my rectangle tool, and I want to go back to my origin down here in the bottom left corner. I'm going to wait for my green dot here, come up to the upper right hand corner of my model, my part drawing, and I'm going to click when I get a green dot. Then I'm going to finish sketch, the green check mark in the upper right hand corner, finish sketch, and I'm going to extrude. There's two different areas here we could extrude. We want this outside box selected. This is also going to be a cut, so I want to select my cut tool. It's the second button down. And I want to change my cut dimension to 0.25, quarter inch. And click OK. Next I'm going to come up to where it says default at the top. I'm going to click, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I want to find yellow pine, and I change my material type. Now we're going to save this part. We're going to go up to the orange capital letter I. We're going to save as. We're going to make sure that this is going into your H drive. Your H drive is first initial last name 000. And I'm going to call this, type my name. This is going to be my, last name, and then 3-inch box bottom, and click Save. Once it's saved, we're going to run our toolpaths on here. So first I'm going to change to my CAM tab, which is just above my ribbon. I have these tabs up here. I'm going to click on CAM, and I need to set this up first. So I'm going to click my Setup folder. I'm going to come down to where it says Stock Box Point, and I'm going to change that to Model Origin. And I work these menus from the top down, and then I work my tabs from left to right. I'm going to go to my Stock Setup Next tab. This one looks right. My thickness of my material is 1.5 inches. Next, I'm going to go to my Post Processor tab, and I'm going to click on my program comment. I'm going to type in "3-inch box bottom," and click OK. Next, we're going to get our 2D Pocket tool, which is in the 2D milling section. 2D Pocket we want to choose. First, we're going to select our tool. Once again, top to bottom and left to right on our tabs. Select Tool. I'm going to scroll down until I can find Sample Tools Inch in the menu. And on the right hand side of this box, I'm going to scroll down until I can find my 1/4 inch flat end mills. We want to choose out of all the 1/4 inch ones that are here, there's like 7 of them. I want to choose the last 1/4 inch flat end mill, and then click Select. Next, after my tool is selected, I'm going to choose my geometry. Now watch carefully where we click. I'm going to click this top surface where this cheat cut is going to get removed. I also want to click my bottom surface, which is down in the bottom area here. Click that as well. I'm going to move over to my heights to indicate my heights. My clearance height, I want to check, and I want to have stock top selected. And I'm going to change my clearance height offset to 0.2. My retract height, I want to check, stock top 0.2. Feed height, I'm going to change to stock top and 0.2. Then we're going to move across to our multiple passes. I want 0 stock to leave. However, I do want to check multiple depths. Since this is 1 inch deep to this bottom area, I can't take it all in one cut. Maximum roughing step down, I'm going to take and I'm going to change to 0.2. Then I'm going to move across to my linking parameters tab. I'm going to deselect the lead in, deselect lead out, and I want to change my ramp style from helix to plunge. After I have those selected, I'm going to click OK, and my tool paths are going to generate. Once my tool paths are going to generate, I'm going to click my Simulate tab. I'm going to click Play. After it finishes running the simulation, you can click this Close button here. And then we're going to click our Post Process tab. up here in the top of this button, Post Process. I want to choose the one that says 1_Butler MS Techno Easel. That's the type of mill that we have. And I want to change this to my H drive. And make sure I'm in my H drive, first initial last name 000. Click Open. And I'm going to change this to my program comment. Your name and 3-inch box bottom is what we're going to type in. And click Post. Once again, we're going to enter our file name. Enter your file name right here and click Save. When your file editor for your M&G codes come up, we're going to take and click X in the upper right hand corner to close this out. We're going to go back to our orange capital letter I. We're going to save, not save as, save. You are done and ready to cut your part. Let's take a look at how that works. On a desktop, we're going to go to CNC Mill. Make sure the machine is on. If this comes up, click Retry. Click OK. And we're going to go to Translate Execute. And we're going to go to our H drive over here on the side. And we want to try and find our H drive, and we want our part number, which is your name, 3-inch box bottom. That's the NCD file is what we're looking for. And click Open. We're going to click OK. Preview. You're going to type the letter S and F on your keyboard. And this is where you're going to stop. Call your teacher over. And they're going to tell you to continue and cut your part. But wait for your teacher. Go and get them to help out. Great job getting this far. Next step is going to be cutting or drawing and cutting the lid for the 3-inch box.